Here's how to determine your law firm's marketing budget. Hi, I'm Ryan Gray from Law Firm Marketing Hub. And the first thing we need to do is view marketing as the food or fuel that keeps our law firm alive. See, if we have that new client acquisition handled, it means that everything else can be figured out. You can even throw money at whatever the problem is in order to get that solved. But without that new client acquisition, it's incredibly hard to move forward with any kind of scale or pace. Things go very slowly, and really what happens is your business ends up starving to death because there's just no food, no fuel. And so it shrivels and it dies. It's actually the number one cause of law firms going under. Then we need to look at our law firm like a business instead of a legal practice. Now, some of the best advice that was ever given to me was that, hey, Ryan, you're in marketing and you happen to offer marketing as a service. In fact, everyone who's in business is in marketing first, and they happen to offer whatever it is they offer as a service, be it law, be it a particular practice area, whatever it is. So if you're in marketing first, what does that mean? It means that you look at it from a numbers perspective, and the numbers are what drive a business to succeed, rather than looking at it as a technician practicing law, working on cases, allocating time, managing things, that sort of thing. So the way that we want to look at it is, okay, cool. So for every $100 I put in, I get 300, 400, 500 back. And so we look at it like a machine, as a money machine, and we just happen to be in the business of law. So for every $100 I put in, great, I get 300 back. So it's definitely a case of focusing on the numbers, looking at it like a business and less like a firm or a practice or something where you get really technical and into the actual delivery. Because the more you can see it as a business, you'll be able to drive it by the numbers. Now, determining a marketing budget depends on a number of factors, which is an infuriating answer, but it's unfortunately true. It depends on things like your appetite for growth. How big and how fast do you want to grow? What pace do you want to achieve? How fast and how big do you want to grow? It also depends on things like your ability to invest. So how much can you contribute to your marketing efforts to get that speed and to get that size? But perhaps that's not even the best question. Maybe this question around budget has actually come from a question around what my return on investment should be, or what does it cost to get started in marketing, or how much should I spend to get a new client? All questions that we'll answer in additional videos. But to give you a ballpark, if you're a large firm, say $100 million, you're probably only spending a couple of % of your revenue on your marketing. If you're a small startup firm, then you're probably spending about a third or maybe even more. And if you're in that mid-range, perhaps a seven-figure firm, then you'd probably be spending to aggressively grow about 15 to 20% of revenue to get the speed and the level of growth that you're looking for. Now, the best approach to figure out a marketing budget for yourself is to work out where you want to be, say in 12 months' time, and to do this by the numbers. Do it by the number of clients, do it by actual revenue figures that you want to be making. Then work out where you are now, also by the numbers. So where are you now? How many clients? What revenue? And what is the gap? How far do we have to go here? And based on that gap, work out the marketing spend. So the investment would need to be 15 to 20% of where you want to be in 12 months. Because if you start spending that now, you'll very quickly be doing that level of revenue. So let's say, for example, you are at $1 million, just for round numbers, and you want to get to $2 million. Now that's an increase of $1 million. Now, 15 to 20% of that is around $150,000 to $200,000 invested into your marketing to add an additional $1 million to your firm to essentially double it, which is a fairly small price to pay when you consider the larger returns that can be made with a fairly small marketing investment. So hopefully this has been useful for you, and I'll see you in the next video.